Have you ever said you didn't care about money, when the truth was you were afraid to chase it? Afraid of failing, afraid of looking foolish, afraid that wanting more meant becoming selfish. I once met a man in Manhattan who believed staying small made him safe, until the day he realized his fear of wealth was the most expensive mistake of his life. Daniel lived in a narrow apartment on the edge of Manhattan. Not the glamorous part people imagine. A fifth-floor walk-up above a laundromat, where the pipes rattled at night and the radiator hissed like it was struggling to stay alive. Daniel was 32. He worked as a junior analyst for a mid-sized financial firm downtown. Every morning, he wore the same rotation of pressed shirts and careful politeness. He was reliable, responsible, invisible. He earned just enough to survive the city. Rent, groceries, student loans, Metro card. After everything, there was almost nothing left. When coworkers talked about promotions, investing, or starting businesses, Daniel always smiled politely. "I'm good where I am," he would say. "I don't need much." But that wasn't the truth. That was protection. Because deep down, Daniel believed something dangerous. People who chased money lost themselves. Rich people became greedy. Ambitious people forgot what mattered. So Daniel told himself a story. Staying small meant staying good. Staying comfortable meant staying safe. But comfort can be a quiet prison. And Daniel didn't realize he was locked inside it. Late one winter night, Daniel got a call from Chicago. It was his sister. Their father had collapsed at home, heart complications. The doctors said surgery was necessary, and soon. Insurance would cover part of it, but not enough. Daniel sat on the edge of his bed staring at the floor. The numbers didn't work. He had $2,800 saved. The remaining cost would be nearly $18,000. At his current savings rate, it might take years. Years his father did not have. That night, Daniel understood something brutal. Playing it safe had never made him secure. It had only made him powerless. All those years of avoiding risk, avoiding growth, avoiding opportunity, had led to this moment. And now the people he loved were paying the price. The next morning, Daniel did something that made him deeply uncomfortable. He walked into the office of Mr. Rosen. Mr. Rosen was one of the senior partners. Quiet, sharp-eyed, the kind of man who seemed to understand things without being told. Daniel explained everything. The surgery, the money, the fear he'd carried for years. Finally, he said the words he hated saying most. "I was hoping maybe you could lend me the money." Mr. Rosen didn't answer right away. Instead, he walked to the window overlooking the river. Then he said something Daniel never expected. "I'll help you." Daniel exhaled. But Rosen continued. "On one condition." Daniel froze. "You let me teach you how money actually works." Rosen turned back toward him. "Because giving you money solves this problem once. Teaching you how to build wealth solves it forever." Over the following months, Rosen taught Daniel after work. Not theories, reality. "Money isn't morality," Rosen said one night. "It's capacity." He pointed toward the skyline glowing through the glass. "Every building out there exists because someone dared to want more." Then he said something Daniel never forgot. Being poor doesn't make you virtuous. It just makes you limited. Rosen explained what no one had explained before. Money is a tool, like electricity. It can warm a home or burn one down. The power isn't in the money, it's in the person holding it. For years, Daniel had believed wanting wealth meant becoming selfish. But Rosen reframed the question. What could you do, he asked, if you weren't afraid of having more? Daniel didn't answer, but something shifted. Daniel started small. He stopped hiding in the background. He took on the projects everyone else was afraid to fail at. At first, it was terrifying. Mistakes piled up. The pressure stung. Old fears came back, whispering, "See, this is why you stayed safe." But Rosen never softened the truth. You don't become capable by avoiding failure. You become capable by surviving it. Slowly, Daniel improved. His decisions became sharper, his confidence steadier. Within a year, his income doubled. Within 3 years, it tripled. But the real change wasn't financial. It was psychological. Daniel stopped seeing wealth as something dangerous. He saw it as something useful. When his father's medical bills finally ended, Daniel paid the last balance without hesitation. No panic, no fear, just a transfer confirmation on a quiet Tuesday afternoon. And in that moment, Daniel realized something profound. Wealth hadn't changed who he was. It had revealed who he could be all along. Years later, Daniel explained it to a younger analyst over coffee. "I thought staying small made me safe. It didn't. It just made me helpless." He stirred his coffee slowly. "The biggest lie I believed was that wanting more was selfish." He looked up. "You know what's selfish? Refusing to grow when people depend on you." We are taught that fear protects us, but fear often disguises itself as wisdom, as humility, as morality. Daniel finally understood. Money itself is neutral, but the absence of money has consequences. You cannot help from a position of weakness. You cannot give from an empty hand. And sometimes, playing small is the most expensive decision you will ever make. Tonight, I want you to think about one belief you have about money. Not the logical one, the emotional one. The belief you rarely question. Is it really wisdom? Or is it fear wearing a respectable disguise? Because wealth isn't about greed. It's about capacity. Capacity to protect, capacity to build, capacity to help. And one day, someone you love may need that capacity. If you're ready to stop fearing growth and start building strength, welcome to Tales of Life and Wisdom. This path isn't easy, but it's one we walk together.